Set us up, Elena. What do we got?
So Sam, tell us about your AI for women.
Wait, I have a question on I've never listened to one of these casual 8760s. I've only listened to the ones with real hosts.
Oh.
Or real guests, I mean.
You didn't listen to the one that we did?
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Those both.
I was gonna say,
Both
'cause
of those felt rude.
there isn't one with a real host.
No, real guests. No, like you and I did one. I don't remember ever seeing it posted. Maybe I just ignore it because I don't want to listen to
No,
myself.
it was posted.
But is it called something different, or is there like a sub name?
No.
Maybe there should be.
Like, what is this a special episode?
Internal.
Well, no, because it's not. We're going to be doing more of these, so they can't be like specials.
Okay.
You could do like Armchair Expert, where they have the little
Expert
segments.
on expert.
Armchair's
Those are
Anonymous.
expert on expert. This is
Sounds
expert and people who are available at 2 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
Actually, this was a long time coming. We rescheduled this like
That's true.
3 times.
Is this the one that's been rescheduled for like 3 months?
No, that was yours. We didn't do that one.
We just
Skip
got
too
that.
entirely. It's like when we were gonna do a suave.
That was a good bit.
What was suave?
Every episode, we said he's up next. Is that what we did?
Yeah.
And then we just never and we never even talked to him about it. We never talked to him. We just kept doing it over and over, week after week after week.
Yeah.
It was a good bit.
I never heard it because I
didn't
refused
listen?
to watch because I didn't want to give you any better numbers.
Because our numbers are always better.
They
Yeah.
were good.
That's-
I think they may still be better.
Well, now this.
And you haven't done it in a long
I was going
time.
to say this podcast has the best numbers, but
Well, no,
that
yeah.
might not be true.
Because Rube's left.
Well, this is on the come up now.
That's right.
Yes. Up
So
and coming.
starting right now.
Kick us off. This is all going in.
Yeah, I don't have too much of a plan either, but
Yeah, we're just
we're
chatting.
just
So what was
chatting.
like? I mean, I guess like what was the major themes from the AI day? Was it like
Pre-AI
fear,
day.
excitement?
It was
VIP
Pre-AI
AI
day.
day.
specifically for
This was
women.
specifically for women in AI, so it was only women.
Okay.
The
Only
only
women
man
allowed?
in the room
Oh, really?
was the husband of somebody who was about to give birth, just in case.
Wow.
That's fair.
Which was great. It felt like a very safe space, no offense.
What? Explain that.
Yeah.
Well, just because a lot of women work in rooms full of men. So sometimes men can dominate the conversation. And some women, I'm not one of those, I don't think Elena is either, don't necessarily want to give their full thoughts because they feel unheard. So no, it was a safe space. And women tend to shout out other women, so it was a
Interesting.
lot of, have you met this person
You said
who's working
shout
on
out.
this? Yeah,
I
shout
thought you
out.
said shout at.
No.
And I was like, oh.
Well, we're more
Move-al.
excited.
Yeah.
Or after a couple margaritas.
I do tend to yell when we go out to happy hour.
The voice gets elevated.
It does.
It was nice.
The voice and the
A lot
energy.
of not our industry.
Okay.
So a lot of higher education, a lot of nonprofit were most of the industries that were represented by the other women. I felt actually underrepresented in marketing when they asked me how we use AI, and I was like, oh, to sell people stuff and get intelligence and do automations and workflows, and they were like, we use it to help people. I'm like, me
Suckers.
too, sort of, like kind of.
We did.
I guess.
What kind of nonprofits were there? Do you remember specifically?
I don't remember specifically. Some of them were environmental, because I know they had specifically wanted to talk about the environmental impact of AI. I think the other ones were kind of like Angel of Edgewood sort of types of nonprofits.
How are they How are they using it to help people then? Was that
They-
actually clear, or was that just
No,
like theoretical?
they were there to learn how they can use it to help
Yeah, okay.
people. Mostly people were using it for,
reviewing their emails.
yeah, like workflow. Like there's such small teams that they wanted to know how they could get help using AI.
I feel like I have got more, it's like growing the random question hanging out with people like, how do you guys use AI, right? And it's a fun like thing to talk about because I think we do some cool stuff like that new, like the Chrome extension, like stuff like that. My amazing motivational assessment
I
quiz.
did take it today.
Hell yeah, we got to talk about that.
I'm about
but
10 questions deep. So
but
give me a little
then-
time.
It was a lot of questions.
it was there was a reason. But then asking people, it's like, well, how are you using it? It's like, we're not allowed to, or like,
Yeah.
just like I'm fiddling with like ChatGPT, and it's like, are we really fucking far behind, or is everyone, or right far ahead, or is everyone really far behind?
No, I
or
think
am I
we're
talking to
actually
dum dums?
really far ahead. Because even when I went to
Maybe I hang out with
Adweek
dum-dums.
in, when was that? Like October, September last year, and they were talking about AI and asking about how people are using it. And I remember thinking, wow, I thought we like were just dabbling in it, and turns out we're like really fucking good at it.
Yeah.
and everybody else is still figuring out like where they can use it and what types other than chat.
I think people are nervous to use it too because
Here or everywhere?
everywhere, but here as well,
Yeah.
because I've heard a lot of like, I don't want to use it too much to the point where like I'm not needed anymore. Sometimes I feel like it stems from that as well.
Well, this is why I said something at town hall the other day about it, is because people were like, well, I'm not really using it in that way because you didn't say to use it that way.
But it's like,
Like-
intuitively, why do I need to say that?
Yeah, why do I need to
Yeah.
tell you to use this amazing tool that we
Yeah.
provided for you and to just explore it and test it, right? Have fun,
yeah,
learn
like,
something new.
That was good because I've never really used Claude, but like since we talked about it at town hall, I've been like just exploring it a little bit, and it is good for different things. Not for I wouldn't use it much like as a copywriter because I don't find it useful as Chat or Gemini for creative writing, but for like more technical writing, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like. I don't understand like why there's like. Well, first of all, there's like just so much misunderstanding around like, are you using AI? Right? It's like AI is like, it's omnipresent at this moment, right? It's more about like what tools are you using that leverages it, right? But like to not is just. It's not about like job replacement or whatever it is. Like you have to understand how to leverage it. It's like if you were the only person that's like, I'm gonna keep using the abacus. It's like we have fucking calculators.
I like the abacus though; it's very fun.
You don't know how to use an abacus. Who knows how to use an abacus?
Slide things
why are you
over.
coming at her
what do you
like
mean?
that?
So easy.
Is it? Shit. All right, I gotta get an abacus.
Or drawing out long division when there's a calculator, right? It's like whatever.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have an English degree.
Because you never learned because you
learned.
had a calculator, right?
true.
It's like people don't want to use what's at their fingertips, right? We're resisting. It's like I don't trust a calculator. It's like fucking calculator. It's literally for math, right? It's like this is now a tool that enhances everything that we can do, makes it faster. Like it shouldn't replace you if you actually learn how to use it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's why we did the training day, which I got mixed feedback on. It was meant to be a little unclear and a
People
little
are always
chaotic so
gonna
that people,
fucking complain
because it
about
wasn't
something.
like, now I do this, now I do that.
Yeah.
Realistically,
It was like, that's why we did
not
the
like
fake
that.
phone call to, and
Yeah.
like my table, I was purposely fucking with people
Yeah.
to make them try to react and think in the moment. But then like that message of town hall is like, we DB3 and I were saying, explore, test, adopt, right? Explore is like, just go fucking figure it out. Ask it things. Ask it to like draw a picture of you. Test it is like, well, what's it here versus over there, and that platform, that's what. And then adopt is like, how can I use this in my everyday? How can I apply what I've learned, the limitations, the opportunities? That was why I made that Rise thing. I was just curious.
Yeah.
But that goes to the bigger challenge that were looking at a year ago, right? That like before this craze, which is critical thinking, right? And what was AI doing in the beginning? It was reducing people's critical thinking. What do you need to actually be able to explore and experiment and try out different platforms? Critical fucking thinking,
Yeah.
right? So it's like those people that are just like, I don't know how to do
Yeah.
it. It's like,
You haven't given me
They were
directions
already-
on how to use it, therefore I haven't used it.
right.
That
A lot
did
of
come
it
up in
is,
your
like-
questionnaire a lot.
a lot of it is trial and error too. I feel.
My question? Or his question?
His Rise thing,
What Rice thing?
the thing you're 10 questions in.
Oh, I
Only
need to
10
finish that.
questions.
Well, I got distracted.
Got to be in the moment when you do it.
I was eating lunch
Great time to do it.
and then I got distracted.
You were about to say something?
It's a lot of trial and error, I think too, because we just had our creative presentation practice, and Kate and Kyle were talking about how they were like developing a landing page, and initially, you know what I'm talking
I
about.
do.
I know what you're talking about too.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so initially,
Our German friends.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
it was like a complete clusterfuck, just like inputting, telling AI what to do. They needed a creative doc. They needed visual direction.
Yeah.
But then after they inputted all that in 30 minutes, they had a pretty phenomenal landing page. So we still need humans with AI. So I don't like.
Yeah, it's like
people
how
are-
you learn how to use it. It's the same like soft skills that we used to do. I remember like when you first started working here and we had the ninjas RIP and you did that exercise that's like age old where it's how do you build a peanut butter sandwich? You need to write the instructions, and it's like how much detail do you actually have to put to correctly build that sandwich? It's the same shit with like prompt engineering that like they probably wrote build landing page with picture here, and it's like not specific enough at all.
Yeah.
Which is why it took
Yeah,
so long.
but it's the
and-
same skills that apply. We just like don't think about it like that. I think most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then like I think the other thing that's like misunderstood because like we were talking to someone and they're like, there's a whole business model around like implementing AI for companies. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like,
Yeah. What?
it's
Very
just like
vague.
you're coming in and putting together platforms that like contain AI or using AI to like to augment like infrastructure that already exists. Like it's about like how you can well one AI's in all of the platforms that like people are trying to integrate or trying to replace, right? Like all of the CRMs, all of the analytics tools, like there is AI built into it, right? It was machine learning, it was natural language processing, now it's AI. So like there isn't a need to come in and just like replace systems with AI, right? It's so like and then what elements of it is like, okay, are you using AI in product development? Are you using AI in infrastructure and operations and sort of systems and workflows, or are you using AI in outreach? Like it's like such an ambiguous term right now. And I think that's like where people like don't really know how to wrap their head around it because they're trying to wrap their head around the wrong sort of like
type.
piece of it, right?
Yeah.
It's like it exists, right? Like it is a knowledge base. It is a way that we access data. Then like what you do with it is the other side of it. And that's like people can't think of it like that. They just want to like, I want to use AI to get the answer. It's like, well, it doesn't work that way.
Yeah. A question that came up a lot at like the Women's Day was also like the data ethics portion of it. Like how can you use it responsibly, especially for these people that work for nonprofits or healthcare where like that data is secure and needs to be secure. Or for people like us where we work with clients like that, how do you handle the data ethics of AI where it just saves everything in its memory? I wasn't sure how to answer that at this phase, but
Yeah.
it was a good question.
Did you come up with something, or did you just?
I mean, I made something up because I was on the spot. Where I said, no, we're very safe. Secure, ethical.
Excellent.
Ethical.
Well, that's a debate in the creative community of, and I think a lot of it's defensiveness, but that it's anything generated is coming from something that was created, and therefore it's stealing. And I don't sit on that side of the fence. Like maybe I just don't have creative ethics and morals. I just think it's fun. You're creating something.
Debate.
Like the tool is my paintbrush to create something.
Yeah.
It was inspired by something that exists. That's how we work anyways.
I've said that before too at some training we had where like you steal somebody's idea and build on it for like inspiration.
It's, who
That's
was
how
it?
everything
Someone
works,
said
though,
it,
isn't
like
it?
Picasso, like great
Yeah.
artists
Yeah.
steal. Like
Yeah,
you
that's
take
just
something
life, like-
and you get inspired by it, and then you go, okay, well, what do I want to do knowing that? And I will change and I'll create something new enough that it's my own.
Yeah.
But that's what you do is you write a song, you listen to songs, you look at art, you take influences all from around you. You are the same thing that AI is.
Yeah.
I'm just wielding and telling it what to do. Right?
That's
Yeah,
how
it just
everything
processes
works.
more information than we ever could before,
Right.
right? And
Yeah.
like so, it gets more to your fingertips
Yeah.
faster. But yeah, I mean, like our whole world, all of existence is built on copying, right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know which came first, Nespresso pods or Keurig, right? Like, but
Right.
who copied who? Should they not be allowed? Like,
Yeah.
or it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like you think of all great artists, like they are all using the iconic image of Marilyn Monroe, and like they're like, oh, I'm just gonna make a red circle over her eye and have
Yeah,
it
yeah.
dripping paint, right? Or
Yep.
like it's just like everything is.
Yeah. But then
is-
even
is-
the
even logos and like how long you go,
Yeah.
you search for inspiration or like whatever it is. It's like it's all derived from something.
Yeah, but like we did a fake photo shoot, right, for a product, and it was for a conversation. We didn't go to market with this photo shoot, but it was the same models in the same scene, the same setup, and they were having a party, right? And so it's like, well, who is that model? Is that inspired by a real person? Do we have the rights to use their likeness? And like my answer was like, I created her.
Yeah.
Right? Like I prompted, I wanted her. And I had to think about what I wanted her to look like. So I own her. I own I own the rights to her, don't I?
Yeah.
Like, because I told it to create a woman that looks like this and is doing these things and is wearing a dress like this because that's what I wanted. That's what I thought made sense in that image or that series of images, right?
Yeah.
And then I created enough of the scenario and then it filled in. So is that like you're the lawyer? How does that hold up in court?
It means derivative.
It's true. I've tried AI generation like of images. I made one the other day of Matt Sazio dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire because he was vacuuming our office. I was like, he'll think it's funny.
Yeah.
Of course he was.
But I couldn't write Mrs. Doubtfire because it's like a copyrighted thing. So to say like old woman, keep his man's face, put him in a fat suit,
White
like
wig.
spelling it all out.
Yeah.
It let me do that.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Someone told me to do this last week, and I really enjoyed it. It was they told me to ask ChatGPT to give me questions to build my dream house.
Okay.
And so it gives me a list of questions. I answered the questions, and then it generated all the different rooms. Like
Yeah.
it was a Zillow listing.
Oh, okay.
So the cost, the location, all the images, and the floor plan.
That's cool.
I loved it.
I do
And
our
it was
menu
like
planning like
dead
every week.
fucking on.
Accurate.
It
Yeah.
had the vintage Bronco in the driveway.
I was gonna say, I'm
That's
surprised it had a
sick.
driveway. I was picturing like a cave on like a grassy knoll, like in like Lord of the Rings or something.
Close. There's a lot of greenery in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely secluded. No people around. Yeah. But how did it know the car I want? I'm just
Like,
that.
since
Scanned your
I'm-
entire
I am
digital
just
profile.
an
Have you
archetype.
browsed Broncos
No,
online?
not in chat, not in that,
Have you set it near your phone?
Yeah. That happens to
Maybe.
me all the time.
Yeah.
maybe.
Like I'll say something and it'll just
I
Up, up, up.
looked at a
knows.
protein bar the other day, and then I got an ad for that same protein bar. I was like, how the fuck?
yeah. Well,
They're in your head.
I think
That's not,
people-
that's
that's
not,
not good.
Yeah.
no, I think people are like also. I mean, like
We're just basic as shit. We're a bunch of archetypes.
well that too. But I was gonna
Subliminal
say they're like
messaging.
afraid of change. Just natural.
Yeah.
Like most people are just afraid of change. Don't like change. And like AI is advancing so quickly, we can't keep up with it. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, another change, another advancement, another this, another that, and it like freaks people out.
Yeah, it's just like people just have to change. You have to change your mindset, right? Because like this is not a time to say like, oh, like it's the typewriter. It's not going to take over. Like computers aren't going to live. The
He's
internet's
still
not
mad
gonna
about
live.
the panel after us who disagreed with us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the panel after us said we were wrong. But not that much is changing. Oh, I saw stuff like
Well,
this
two
before in
things. Was
passing.
that
Not that much
elevator?
change.
The elevator thing.
No, that was
No,
that
he's
was
like
a
my
different
great
thing.
grandparents didn't have running water. I was like, that's the point. Right? And 2,000 years ago they didn't have running water. Except today
So
we
can we
have
talk
flying
about-
fucking cars.
So what did you guys say and what did they say?
Yeah.
What was
we basically just said like things are actively changing now. You need to be open to the change. You need to adapt to this new world because jobs are changing, right? Some will go, some will be created. Fine, but you're gonna survive by adapting to these new needs, new jobs, new experiences, new skills, and also it's not just the job changing; it's the entire world. Like the ecosystem changes around it, right? And they're like, nah. And yeah, then the elevator, which I really liked, I stole from him. Someone was like, I worked in the elevator for industry for 40 years, and none of that what you said is true. Like the ability to have an elevator didn't allow the buildings to be taller, which allowed more employees, which brought more people, which required you to change housing to offer like housing, which also changed the roads, school systems, commerce in
everything.
general,
Like
like
what-
how
Yeah.
you shop, where you go. Didn't change all that? The elevator?
and they said
They said no.
No, but that was on like full display. Like those opinions are like it was about like Connecticut not actually understanding that where we are today is a byproduct of many philosophies and decisions that were or weren't made, right? And it's like the refusal to acknowledge change or those things and sort of pump our chests as like the industrious capital that we were in 1950 to 1980, like is what has gotten us to a point where we're now lagging, right? Because like we're just trading off of the still revolutionary pride and the success that we had through that era. And now areas that have embraced technology, have embraced biosciences and truly created these communities around innovative clusters have attracted people and taken off, right? Like you look at Austin or Nashville or others that they found these niches, leaned into them, and have evolved as workforce has evolved, as business has evolved, as technology, and we just haven't, right? Like we still go back to Sikorsky and Otis and Electric Boat, and we're the birthplace of the burger and pizza capital of the world, and like we're the basketball capital of the world. Like, well, egg on our face because they didn't fucking win the championship this year, right? Like so. We have not shifted our thinking, and that was what we were trying to get people to understand is like we have 350,000 or a need for 350,000 housing units. We only pushed through 1,300 last year. Like that's people are leaving because they can't find housing, right? Like these are very basic things, and that's just they don't want to acknowledge it. So they want to tell us that we're wrong, but they're fucking wrong.
Do you think it's because we don't have enough here, though, or you think it is just the mindset? Because places like Nashville and like bigger cities, they do have more to offer.
No, it's because like we have restricted any ability to create communities and infrastructure for those types, for younger residents, for working class and those that are aspiring to be like, I don't know, the name escapes me, so it doesn't really matter, but like there is, in Connecticut, most of the policies for building are kept regionally, like to cities or towns, right? Like the state hasn't just said like, this is what we're gonna do. There are regions where people that are leading up economic development or, the zoning for those areas where like, from a state standpoint, you have to respond to an application within 90 days. In some areas, like they literally wait until day 89 to find a problem with the app or just to push it back, right? So like they're restricting development just because they don't want their town to change. Like, and I get that on like a very local level, but we can all drive down 95 and literally spot 200 buildings that would be great for urban housing that are right on commuter thoroughways that are close to train stations, and like just consistently having each town be like, we don't want that development here. We don't want, that influx here, is what's killing any area from really coming in or developers from coming in. Like you can picture it along 95, like all of those areas, they could be mixed use. They could be these micro communities that have amenities and have multiple different types of housing. And we just we're not pushing on it, right? It's like, so we're gonna put another program together that's gonna fund childhood education, but there's no one staying to actually educate, right? Like it's the $300 million that was earmarked, like 36 million is actually available. So it's like it's not actually being spent because there's nothing to spend it on because the infrastructure doesn't exist. The people aren't here to take advantage of it.
It's like our priorities are not where they should be.
No, it's all reactionary, right? Or it's all like
It's not proactive.
It's all like headline policy. Like it goes back to the, that we identified and the state identified a need for innovation. We're really going on a tangent here, right? In 2012, like the innovation clusters program didn't launch until 2024. Right? Like 12 fucking years. Like, what did we think others were doing? Like around the country, like they were innovating, right? Or like even if they didn't know it, if they were just more accepting of new types of businesses, or if they were, if they were close to an airport and they were reasonably priced, people discovered them and were like, all right, well, I can start it here, like because there's less hoops to jump through. So like, yeah, like what we were saying is like we have to change the perspective universally if we're going to change the sort of the direction. That applies to workforce, but workforce is dependent on housing. It's dependent on childcare. It's dependent on education. It's dependent upon training, and it's dependent upon transportation and accessibility and mobility and businesses staying here because they can expand their footprint. All of those things drive workforce, and that's what we were trying to get them to understand. But the reaction is always like, wow, the elevator didn't change things. It's like you're missing the point,
Yeah.
right? Or it's
Yeah.
like, or
nobody wants to change
or my
first.
kids, my grandparents didn't have running water. It's like, okay, but now we have autonomous cars. So like maybe we should think about like not how we're going to filter water from rain off the roof and think about how we're going to use water to cool our, our data centers so that we can actually have them in Connecticut and we don't have to, buy data from, or storage from, other areas at a premium. It's just, that no one wants to think it through.
Was there like a takeaway that you guys found from the event of how to change that mindset or how to get people thinking
or
like
what
that
needs
more?
to change
What-
first.
what-
it feels like everyone's standing in the room like,
Yeah.
you should go
Like
first.
like the Spider-Man meme.
No, you should go
Well,
first.
this is why I said at the beginning of it, all of us are workforce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like this isn't because I was coming to that stance of like, yeah, what's everyone else doing? Like, what are you guys doing? Right? Versus like, what am I doing? How am I seeing things?
Yeah.
What questions am I asking? Like,
Minded.
is like, this is us.
To
This is our
others.
neighbors. This is our friends. This is
Yeah.
our kids. Like, we are all in this together. So it starts with you, motherfucker. Right? Is show up and open up your mind a little bit.
I think people are very like
I cut out the motherfucker part.
Yeah.
You should have left that in though.
Yeah.
people are like very like independent thinkers and like by human nature we are like selfish. We think about ourselves,
Yeah.
but
For sure.
if we were more community oriented and did think about the other person and did think about others, I feel like we would make a lot more progress in many aspects, not just workforce.
Well, can I ask you a question because you are, like, you've lived outside the state recently. I feel, and I could be really wrong here, I feel like Connecticut is not a very social state. And I feel like that's part of it. Like, it's everyone
Yeah.
else's fault. It's everyone else's problem. And then when you're making it my thing, like, oh, you're going to build condos? Like, I don't want more traffic. I don't want to. I don't want to deal with that. Like, it's going to be great. Like, we're going to get new bars and restaurants.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to go out more. But like, no, Connecticut, we don't go out.
No, it
We don't
does
go out
feel
here.
very divided. Having lived here, moved, and then moved back, like living in New York where I was, like everyone was very like on the same page about traffic really sucks, but it doesn't matter where you are or where you're going. Like either way, we're sitting on the LIE together.
Yeah.
But in Connecticut, it feels like, oh, that's really far, or like
Yeah.
that town or that county or whatever has this problem. I don't have that problem.
Yeah. And everything feeling really like, so Jay Grant, who we work with, it's 15 to 20 minutes from my house to his house.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, you want to come over? And I'm like, nah, that's far, man. Like, it seems so fucking, your house is 15 to 20 minutes away. And you'll say, like, yeah, you want to come over? And I'm like, oh my God, do I have time for that? But like, I
You're
think
part of the problem.
I think
Yeah,
of
you
other
are
places.
part of the problem.
I think of other places I've lived, and like you're just out. You're out. You do things. New
Yeah.
York City,
Yeah.
North Carolina, Virginia. Like everyone goes out. Like let's all go out and eat. Let's go out to happy hours. Like, and then Connecticut just feels like can't wait to get home and then not talk to anybody.
I feel like we're not like that though. So maybe
I don't
it's-
think we're like
maybe
that.
it's like a generational
But
thing.
I think we're also willing to drive.
That's the thing. Do you think it's a generational thing then?
don't
Because
know.
like
I
I
don't
will
know.
drive.
No, because like
My parents are willing to drive a lot of places. I
yeah,
feel like
you drive like fucking hour, drink, do
you drive
karaoke.
I do.
arguably
Yeah,
way too
you're,
far
yeah,
for
you don't
things that are
belong
not
in
worth the
Connecticut.
drive.
That's not a
don't.
Connecticut thing.
You're not wrong, but
But I think some people just if everything in Connecticut it feels like really close together, especially like where we are, like Cheshire, Harper
Yeah.
County, like everything
It's
is within an
close.
hour. Even like Massachusetts is like an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no excuse. My brother lives in Texas. Everything is much, much further.
Yeah.
Like they have a reason to hate driving.
Yeah.
You have to drive an hour to get to Trader Joe's.
But I don't feel like people
Never.
are going
they don't.
out.
No, they're not.
and they
I don't know why.
They don't see it like that. Like for me, it's like, oh, an hour to have
Yeah.
a fun night, 4 hours, like absolutely worth it. But like some, it's like, oh, I can't drive an hour. I'll just stay in. It's like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, and like if obviously the kids are a little bit different anchors, but like
Yes.
otherwise, like I didn't mind driving. Like, and I grew up on Long Island, and it was like,
Right.
the reality is, it was 10, 15 minutes to a Boston Post road, like road 347, right, and then like another 10 to 15 minutes to the LIE,
Yeah.
right. So like everywhere, like you had to like weave through like suburbia, right? And like to get to any sort of like road that would take you anywhere of like of significance.
Yeah.
So it was just like it's what it was.
Just
Like
what you
you just
did.
drove. Like like in there were certain things where you're like, okay, that's a little far for tonight or whatever it is, but like it was just a whole different mindset of just like, yeah, we'll get in the car and go. And then like here it's if you live north of New Haven, you essentially think that the shoreline is Florida.
Yeah.
Right. And if
It's like
you
that's
live
a weekend trip. It's like,
east of
far.
New Haven, you think that Milford is California. Right. It's just like
Yeah.
and I don't know. It is ingrained, and I don't know how to break that.
I think too, this is like another side tangent, but like when I visit the South, people are much more present in the moment. Yes, this is what we're gonna do today, but like here it's like, oh, I don't know if I have time for that because tomorrow I have to do that, and it's like, well, enjoy today. Do what you want to do today.
Get drunk now.
Yeah. Your hangover, you could cure it tomorrow. Like
Well,
whatever.
you can because you're young, but
Yeah.
they last different for older folks.
But like, I don't know. I just notice a difference between like Connecticut and then like other areas. Like we're very like fast-paced, go go go. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't sit in traffic for 10 minutes. Like it's too slow. It's like okay, turn your music up. Like enjoy just doing nothing for a little while. Like I think it is like a mindset thing. Maybe it's just because how like we were raised, or I don't know. I don't know the exact psychology behind it, but I think it all ties in.
You think though, like that at this point, like to go back to AI, right? That they could figure out how to utilize AI to properly time traffic lights
That would be
would
beneficial.
require
to
them to work.
facilitate traffic.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, to
You
get
would think.
but even to do that, to get it approved, it would have to be down to the town and city, not by
Yeah.
the state. And
Right.
then each town city would have to pay independently to get that done.
Function.
And then
Yes.
how long would that take? I mean,
It would be worth it.
The speed cameras were pretty fast because there's money
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, those were quick.
But that's where the takeaway, like what that I had said, sort of like, not that I had this like grandiose definition of it, but what popped into my head was like rationalize the accountability, right? It's like if there are decisions to be made, right, like and speed is going to help us move forward, then like if there's justification, data points, rationalization for the decision, then like make it be accountable, right? And then on the other side, it's like if it was informed and if it worked out, great. Then if it failed, then at least there was a try, right? Like and there was a basis for what the decision was made. We're at a point like I don't think this is unique to Connecticut, but like in general, where no one wants the accountability. Like no one wants to make the decision. So like at a very grand level, we see that in policy and everything else, right? It's like, oh, I'm just gonna sort of hold the fort down until the next administration or until whatever, and like that's not a shot at Ned or anyone. It's just like that's the reality, right?
Yeah.
Like, but if you were incentivized like to just make the decision, move forward, yeah, I mean maybe 50% are going to be wrong, but ideally the 50% that are right are going to be
Drastic.
far better than not making any decisions at all.
No risk, no reward.
Risk it for the biscuit.
What did you say?
You gotta risk it for the
Oh,
biscuit.
risk it for the biscuit. Never heard that.
Going back to your women's event, though, was there any other like takeaways or anything?
I mean, that just reminded me of one of the questions that they had asked was like, what should come first, education, governance, or like use case? Like who should be leading like the AI force moving forward? The room was like pretty divided in terms of that. I'm curious what you guys think. I feel like education and doing are like
Hand in hand.
simultaneous. Like you shouldn't just be like fucking around to fuck around. Safely, I guess. But like
I think
governance,
that,
there's too
to
many
me,
bumpers.
there's an element of just like, not to use our term, but like just humanity, right? Like normal moral ethics
Right.
that like should be a baseline, and then it becomes like experiment, educate, trial. Like that was like when you went to like who should be in charge, and like I started to roll my eyes because it's like that is what we spend so much time talking about, right? Is like who's gonna make and who's gonna, and let's assemble the team and the committee, and then they're gonna meet and they're gonna talk about it. It's like we took 2 years to put together some AI guidelines that like I don't think anyone actually knows what it says, and like like if anything, all it does is sort of restrict the startup entrepreneurialism experimentation, right? And like the whole focus, at least in the conversations that we heard, was like, well, someone could use AI to put a minor in some sexual position. It's like someone could use Photoshop to do that now. Like, are we really
Yeah.
like
Right. Is that what
like
we're
that is
concerned
the
about?
hot topic right now? Is like is sort of like the exposing minors like to AI cyber sex bullying or whatever. It's like
But then they shouldn't be playing
you're
like
gonna do
video
that shit,
games.
like, or they're
doing
and
all
they
this-
dickheads are going to be
involved.
dickheads,
Yeah.
right? It's like they're going to use it. They're going to do it somehow. So
Absolutely.
like we need to spend a year arguing over like how restrictive our policy on AI could be,
No.
because what happens if someone uses it in that way? It's like,
Well, I was listening to a podcast. I think it was like AI ethics or something, and they had said the earlier versions of like ChatGPT and some of the other LLMs didn't have like those barriers. So somebody would ask, "I'm feeling really depressed. Where are the closest bridges?" And it doesn't catch like the context and says, "Here are your 5 closest bridges ranked by height."
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well now they're
it's like,
safer. Now
here's
they've
a
built
phone
that
number.
in. Yeah. Now here's your phone number. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Now they're better, but back when they were originally starting out, they didn't have those barriers, those ethics, and that's just kind of the same thing.
yeah, I mean, like, and I have safe search turned off, but like, I don't like, so, but I don't know, like, if, well, no, because like, in theory, you can just go to fucking Google and be like, what are the
Yeah,
highest
I was
bridges
gonna
near
bring
me?
that up.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
If someone
it's
wants to
the
find
same
it, they're
thing.
gonna find
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Like,
I mean, don't do that.
no.
No. All right,
it.
Sam, take
John will
us
like
take us
it.
away.
Take us away.
Give us an insight.
Yeah, one takeaway
Okay,
from
one
your
takeaway.
woman in AI.
Okay. Learn how to use it
Mm.
was the biggest
Mm-hmm.
takeaway. I think I told you the stat that came up that was like 1.5 million people are going to be out of
Good
jobs
stat.
by 2030 because they don't use AI to upskill. So fucking
That's a
use
good
it.
takeaway.
Mm-hmm.
Learn how to use it effectively for your business and your life.
I would say like get oriented with what it is and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
where it actually exists already, and then like the tools that are AI that you can experiment with, right? Like, because it can be used or is in essentially everything in our lives at this point.
It is.
So it's like it's already far more integrated.
We
than-
use it for some crazy stuff.
That's true. I use it to plan my menu for food every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
Works really well.
Workouts, meals,
Yep.
therapy,
Trip planning,
trip planning. Yeah.
tone over
Lit-
Slack.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I've used it sometimes. Hey, do I sound like a bitch? And it's like,
Client
oh, man,
feedback.
change this.
Yeah. Make this sound less bitchy.
Yeah.
Please.
A lot of use cases.
Great.
All right.
Great.
Go forth and experiment.
Yes.
Bye bye.
Go use AI.